Hi, hello, and welcome, kings and queens, cuties and beans, back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so, last time, we saved the leader of the Sylphs, and, also, became a bard. So, oh, it's storming outside. Okay, forgot to be screwed. So, friend, something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of the Souls. This Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to reunite. The wood is not what it once was. Calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together, we will survive together, and the 12s will with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Yeah. A gift from Walking One, Buscaron. A gift for these ones? Yes. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One, Buscaron, and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones uttered many lies and much deception, but this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Toot. Ooh. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. The little ear twitches. Hi hi. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Ren. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Neuraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely. The Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black? Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One, Khan Asana. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all these ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace, with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. That's good at least. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold. A timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Khan Esana. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Hmm? Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Damn. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Suns and tell Menphilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the Walking Ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Bye-bye. Please wait, Walking One Ren. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. Oh. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these ones' trust. Oh. I appreciate that. What the heck? This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnessed Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Okay, I can do that. So... There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Okay. Now... Ah, Private Sylvius. How went the meeting with the sylphs? I got a missive for you. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the tempered ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear that the sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You've done our nation a great service, Private Sylvius. It will not be forgotten. Thank you. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she'll be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. I had the signs of the seventh dawn. Once again, I thank you. Had the scions of the seventh dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Speak of the devil. Hello? Hello, Ren? Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. It is I. Ida and Papalima returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tales of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Got it? You won't need that one. Hail the adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance, and you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now Hylatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no finer place than Hylatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafajoni near the entranceway. Okay. And then what is the other one? Hail, adventurer. You are the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your burgeoning skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows. He simply knows. Now tell me, are you perchance familiar with the sunken temple of Khan? I will not hold it against you if you are not. The ruins only surfaced when the calamities split the ground asunder. After all, any road, it's a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to join them, why not make the journey to southern Thanalan and visit the temple for yourself? What with the many dangers that lurk within, immortal flames are keeping close watch over the place. But a Lalafell by the name of Bibimu should be able to offer you passage. So we got those, because I have to go into Hylatali for some of the Grand Company targets.
Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Ren. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure.
Thank you, Tataru. I love her. She's so cute. Oh? I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved, who speaks of permanence, blah. I fear resolved, speaks of permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough, Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still.
I see. I've been meaning to ask, but is Alisaie quite well? I feel as if I've scarcely seen her in recent days.
Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alisaie has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well.
I take it we can proceed as discussed.
Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act.
It is good to see you again, Ren. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the 12th Sword. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud.
With that, we can strike Ramu from the list.
So who's next? The Sarkin and Leviathan?
The Lord of the Wall has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sargin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least.
For a time, bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent.
It is as Ishtola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes,
We cannot predict with any uncertainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania. Oh, wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. It's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it. Is there something else, Ren? Beg pardon. A man named Eorzea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this Eorzea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Oh, Tataru's screaming. What's happening? Tataru! What's up? Are you okay? Oh, okay. She just got spooked. A sylph? In Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one wren. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Eorzea. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Poor Tataru. Got spooked. But pleasure to meet you, Eorzea. Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Ren, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Oh wait, stop it. I am afraid there is no rest for the weary, Ren. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as Eorzea. This is an ideal moment to do so. while our hands are not bound by dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that rack the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, friend.
Will do. If it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and you've not come all this way for a lesson in history. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali, for now the beasts once kept for the Colosseum lurk there. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Ren. I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. Alright. So... There we go. That one, and then... Okay. Nice. 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 Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Khan. or what remains of it at least, used by ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Azema. Much of the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Belgians rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We've recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Nice. Why, hello there, lad. Care to make some easy gill? You need only deliver a file of my wares to your customer. I'll make it worth your while. Why ask me? You think some street urchin wouldn't scruple to abscond with my goods or pilfer from my profits? No, I need an adventurer for this work. Someone with morals. Now that we understand each other, take this to the gladiator waiting on the steps of Nold. Once you receive his dues, bring them straight back here, and rest assured I will know if you're even a guild short. It's taking forever. Maybe it really was too good to be true. You go. Thank you, sir. I've been waiting for what felt like an age, but it's finally here, my miracle drop. Oh, do you not know what this is? This, my friend, is a phial of mysterious brew called Fantasia. Legend states that any who drink it before lying down for a nap awakens a new man or woman. My Colosseum debut is coming up and I'm terribly nervous, so I thought this medication might bestow me the self-confidence I lack. And a chiseled muscular body besides. I can't wait to show it off in my subdigar. Take this to the medicine merchant with my compliments. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make my dreams come true. That's cute. Good, you're back. And with my payment, I expect. Here you go. Every last skill accounted for. I knew you'd be right for the job. Now for your payment. But what's this? Yeah? Friend of yours? I can't say I recognize him. My client? You mean the little Lana-felling gladiator? Well, yes, isn't that what your medicine does? Who's to say? I have no way of proving that man was indeed my client. But, if it would sate your curiosity, I believe I can spare you a file for your own experimentation. Now, my business here is done. We'll meet again someday, though whether we recognize one another is less certain. That's a cool way to get one of these. Nice. Do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Rude. Beg pardon. What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not so small fortune in prizes ably won by yours truly in the gold saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer, eh? Gods, man. You might at least try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment. Thrill to the sight of the majestic birds roaring down the straight at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at the triple triad tables. With the gold saucer, one can do all this and more. And if you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man when you enter. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy in the eye? Ew. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. So I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thol's good name you can experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right, or am I right? I thought as much. Well, since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket. You see? And consider it a gift from one eligible young man to another. About time, people. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at the triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an ons. Right. This is a reception desk for flights bound for the Mandeville Gold Saucer. Before proceeding, I must ask that you submit your ticket for inspection. You do have a ticket, yes? It appears that everything is in order. An airship will be departing shortly before the next bell. Shall I reserve a seat for you? Yes. Hmm. Nice. Welcome, honored guest, to the Mandeville Gold Saucer, where your wildest dreams are ever but a card or a chocobo's beak away from coming true. If this is your first visit, nothing would please us more than to give you a full tour of the establishment, that you might enjoy its wonders to the fullest. At the conclusion of the tour, it is our custom to offer our esteemed patrons a complimentary gift, straight from the vaults of our illustrious proprietor himself. Consider it Lord Mandeville's way of personally thanking you for your patronage. Should you wish to take the tour, pray proceed to the main counter over there and speak with the receptionist. On behalf of the management, may I take the opportunity to thank you for choosing the Gold Saucer. Rest assured, my colleagues and I will spare no effort in seeing that your visit is a pleasant and profitable one. May fortune smile upon you. Yes. Welcome, traveler, to the Gold Saucer. This is the main counter, where you can purchase tickets for the mini cactbot, acquire and redeem Mandeville Gold Saucer points, and much, much more. But what in the world are Mandeville Gold Saucer points, I hear you cry? A most astute question, and one which I shall only be too happy to answer. But first, if I may direct your gaze to the left. Beyond this majestic gate, you will find Chocobo Square, home to the Chocobo Racing Circuit. Aye, what Chocobo owner has not dreamed of pitting your fleetest bird against the realm's finest in a pulse-quickening dash for fame and fortune? Truly, it is the sport of sultans. And should you desire a more elaborate contest strategy, you will surely find it in the Minion Square, at the Lord of the Minion tables, where would-be generals pit armies of minions against one another in battles for honor and glory. Now where were we? Nice. Mandeville Gold Source Points. Put simply, MGP, as we call it for short, is the currency by which dreams are bought and sold within these halls. But my associate here beside me can tell you more, including to go about acquiring some MGP of your very own. Pray speak with him to continue your tour. Your tour. Oh, that's cute. Nice. When the hunting work's done. Nice. I will go. Another one. That's good. Ow, ow, ow. Nice. All the shit. Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's not a straight cutscene, it just shows this dude walking out. Okay. Nice. You're about to experience the wonders of the gold source for the first time. Oh, I envy you. Oh. But before you venture forth, you'll want to exchange a share of your guild for MGP, a service which is my great honor to provide. With MGP in your coin purse, you'll be able to enjoy all the fabulous attractions we have to offer, and all of the wondrous games. If you play them with skill, you'll find your little stack of points increasing 10, 20, or even 100-fold. Now that you know the fundamentals, we're ready to step out onto the floor of the Gold Saucer. The tour will continue at Card Square to the southwest. The card trader there will be your guide. I would of course be happy to exchange some of your gil for MGP before you venture on. While my associates and I strive to leave nothing unexplained, there truly is no substitute for first-hand experience, and I heartily recommend trying your hand at our many amusements for yourself. Alright. Let's finish up talking to these guys. Go back to the story. Well, aren't you a handsome one? Welcome to Card Square, home of the Triple Triad tables. What's Triple Triad, you ask? Why, only the mind-bending, pulse-pounding, maddeningly Moorish card game that's taken the realm by storm. But don't take my word for it. Behold. Can you not feel the tension in the air? Form a hand of 5 cards, and play the role of a field general sending your bravest into battle. Should you wish to learn the rules and experience the excitement for yourself, you need only ask. Start today, and we'll even throw in some complimentary cards to help you on your way. You can face off against a single opponent at any time, or if you crave an even greater test of your skills, take part in one of our regular tourneys. And believe me when I tell you, there's no feeling quite like standing triumphant on the battlefield after vanquishing all comers. You really should try it. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. That's Triple Triad. But I'm getting carried away. You have a tour to finish. Wonder Square is your next destination. Not that there's any hurry, of course. If you'd like to play a hand or two before you go, you need only say the word. You look lost, honey. Why don't I show you around? I've been dying for some company. Feast your eyes on Wonder Square. From gripping games and awe-inspiring attractions to the finest in fine dining and freshest of fresh refreshments. There's no end to the wonders housed within these walls. And let's not forget the most wondrous of them all, El Coloso, as we lovingly call our mammoth Paclot mascot. Is the star of some of our most popular events. Suffice it to say, you won't want to miss them. Now, I know what you're thinking. With everything going on at the Gold Saucer, how can I ever hope to keep up? But you needn't worry. My fellow gatekeepers and I will always be on hand to see that you don't miss a thing. For the continuation of your tour, I've been instructed to direct you into the waiting arms of my colleague Ul'dah at the Cacpot Ball. She is one of our most popular girls, and once you meet her, I'm sure you'll understand why. Ta-ta for now.
Greetings, handsome. I've been waiting for you. I'm Valeda, and I'd like to personally welcome you to Event Square. The most spacious of all the areas of the Gold Saucer, Event Square is a veritable cornucopia of pleasure and delight. Doubtless the sizable stage in the middle of the square has caught your eye. That is the scene of some of our most sensational attractions, so don't be shy about taking center stage. And after the curtain has fallen, why not try changing your life forever? At the Jumbo Jackpot, all you need is a handful of MGP and a head full of dreams. Just choose 4 numbers and cast your hopes to the heavens. You never know just when Nemea will smile down upon you. Now, as much as I've enjoyed getting to know you, I'm afraid it's time for us to part. The next and final leg of your tour takes you to Round Square. Don't think too hard about the name, darling. Even I'm not sure it's supposed to make sense. Are you the first-time visitor I was told to expect? 1,000 welcomes to the Gold Saucer, and 1,000 welcomes to Round Square. How can a square be round, you ask? I'm not sure I understand the question. Moving on to more important matters, is that lofty peak not a sight to behold? That is Mount Coral, the main attraction here at Round Square. One of our most thrilling events pits our customers against each other in a challenge to see who can most swiftly scale its heights. I tell you, the view from the summit is a sight to behold. And that concludes your tour of the Gold Saucer. While I'm sure you're eager to start enjoying yourself, pray do not forget to return to the main counter and claim your complimentary gift. Welcome back, honored guest. I trust that you've come away from the tour with a greater appreciation of all the Gold Saucer has to offer. As a token of our appreciation for your patronage, it is my great pleasure to offer you a complimentary gift from the personal vault of our esteemed proprietor. Will knock me down with a chocobo's tail feather. Got a new customer, I see. I could have hardly picked a better time to drop in for an impromptu inspection. Oh. Hello. Master Roland. Yes, this gentleman here has but this moment completed an introductory tour. Is that so? Well then, allow me to personally welcome you to the Gold Saucer. I'm Roland, good sir, fellow entrusted with overseeing the daily affairs of this fine establishment on behalf of our esteemed proprietor. A great man, if ever there was one. You're an adventurer, yes? By your dress and bearing told me as much. I dare say, then, that on your travels you have seen firsthand the difficulties which yet plague our nation. Witnessed the struggles of Alamigo's displaced masses, and those whose homes were consumed in the fires of the calamity. The Sultanate is not unsympathetic to their plight, of course, yet how can one begin to provide succor to such countless multitudes? One man had an answer. Godbert Mandeville had a dream of a house of untold wonders that would provide stable employment and lodgings to the displaced, mirth and merriment to the disconsolate, and prosperity and plenty to the Sultanate at large. To many of our patrons, the Gold Saucer is merely Eorzea's foremost entertainment venue, a place to forget about their cares for the day. To me, it is one of the founding stones upon which our realm will be rebuilt, a miracle wrought by the hand of the greatest man I've ever known. Something tells me you understand that which I've told you, that you, perchance, share a similar dream. But I shall keep you no longer. The Gold Saucer and all its wonders await you. Pray enjoy them to your heart's content. Till we meet again, may the spinner's pull be ever kind. Okay. Beyond the store lie Chocobo Square and Minion Square, homes to the heart-pounding, hair-raising spectacles that are Chocobo Racing and Lord of the Minions. Yes. I need to grab the... I think crystals here.
Here's one. Nice. Right, let's back the airship landing. Actually, let's go here. I want to see if I have to redeem these things. Okay. My eyes deceive me, or do I spy a lad who looks like he could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right. The sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Fair. These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know. The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzea Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could use more help out there, so if chance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone in Mega. Heck yeah. Welcome one and all to the Moonfire Fair. You got more of an adventurous look about you, but, well, we should be glad of the help regardless. This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we brought back the Eorzea Nimble Warrior course, with all of its explosive challenges intact. When the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears. Even better this year, we've added a little far eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Ul'dah, and they drive away evil spirits, so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival to craft us 100 crates of them. What colour could be more fitting for Moonfire than bright blazing red? Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of years past, I say Ul'dah are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion, and judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security UK there if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So, given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Monster? She said monster. Damn it all, people are starting to panic. Please, Ren, you gotta help us. I'll stay here and keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Hello. You good? The monster was just here, I swear it. It was leering at me from behind the rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. I thought for certain it would come over here and... Oh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down. Alright. That's so cool. Alright. Did you see anything? Damn, it sounded chance against that thing. Should have seen it. I was minding my own business out here, practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. Then after, it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. But I could tell you where, or even which direction, although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't much matter to me. I can hear summer's call, and it must be heated. The ocean for me. Whatever fell off the thing, you'll find it lying over there. I think it will help your search. Is it? There he is. What did I do? You there. Might you be the adventurer Hamaga considered to be the security detail? Worry not, the chaperones are here to help. Chaperone? We've heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? Is it a cactuar? It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. It's obvious we're dealing with a cactuar. Cactuars. In Lenosha of all places. Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat in Thanalan. I'm so sorry about this. Is it his? Or is theirs? Madam Imojar, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gigaruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I travelled all the way from Ul'dah at the summons of my friend Gigaruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gigaruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad and poor Gigaruju couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in Lenosha. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please. I've raised them since they were pups. They've never heard of fly. I don't fancy the prospect myself. But what other option is there? Given that the Moonfire Fair would have no venue were it not for Master Gigaruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort, but as a first attempt to capture them. You got it. Sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps? Indeed. I would see the situation sorted swiftly, that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Ren, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? There it is. What the fuck? Did you find something? It appears you did. But how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gigaruji told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. Perhaps a new Chiwa would help. Of course. In the Far East, they use Ichiwa to ward off evil spirits, right?
Maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Evil spirit be gone. Chiwashoi. Chiwashoi? Maybe? Aww. Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? Terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. Is that not yours? That's only one of my dear cat claws. I'm still missing the other 6. 6? I do appreciate you finding Cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo and Cactina and Cactistifer. Cactistifer? Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cat claws to Lenosha. It is concerning, then, that we scoured every inch of the island and only found 1. It appears we'll have to take our search to the mainland. Oh well, let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cat claws. We might ease them of their torment. Nice. I take it you're ready to begin. In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cat claws. As soon as one is located, placate them with a gust of your Uchiwa. Then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Kakarot appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Hey! Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Kakarot appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. So cute. That was a sound. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cat claws. Yep, I got 2 of them. And that brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and a nice vantage point. Preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink. Alas, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Hamaga still needs status support, can I ask you to see to that? Yes. Welcome back, Ren. It seems that the cactuar crisis is well in hand. You've done well you've done your part to keep the peace, and for that I thank you. Now what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. I just wanted to report that the pact was resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I'm glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who's has seen his share of dances, your pets have star potential, my dear Mamesha. Really? Perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Chiwa. For something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained and stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst to their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were down in their wine like sailors, and the next it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. You let the Katwars drink? They were drinking wine, my lord. What a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in the like-minded company. The great conversation we could have had, if only they could speak. Mamesha, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for Katwars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Kethis myself. So they were just drunk. They barely had a cupful each, and besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest, and seeing as Mamesha's learned a lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to some other Katwars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to each for an Uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, Pobiano. Now, let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote it itself, you know. As for you, Ren, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, alright? Let's end it here for now. Thank you to everyone that came and hung out. I truly hope you had fun. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on what you want to see me play next. I'll see you guys later.